The smartest animals ever recorded, narration script, *, you think humans are the smartest creatures on Earth. But what if intelligence isn't just about language, technology, or building cities? What if some animals are thinking in ways we're only beginning to understand? Because across the planet, there are creatures solving problems, using tools, feeling emotions, and even outsmarting humans on camera. And once you see what they can do, you might never look at animals the same way again. It starts in the ocean, with a creature that has no bones, no shell, and no obvious defense. The octopus. At first glance, it doesn't look like a genius. But inside that soft body is one of the most advanced nervous systems in the animal kingdom. In controlled experiments, octopuses have been placed inside sealed jars with food locked inside. Instead of panicking, they study the problem. They grip the lid, twist, adjust, twist again. And within minutes, they open it. From the inside. But it gets stranger. In aquariums around the world, octopuses have been caught escaping their tanks at night, slipping through tiny openings, crawling across dry floors, and returning before morning. Almost like they know they're being watched. Up in the sky, another unlikely genius is watching everything. The crow. Crows don't just survive in the wild, they dominate it using intelligence. In one famous experiment, a crow was given a straight piece of wire and a container with food sitting at the bottom. Most animals would give up. But not this one. The crow picked up the wire, studied it, and began bending it, shaping it, turning it into a hook. Then it lowered the tool into the container and pulled the food out. That's creativity. That's invention. And crows have gone even further, remembering human faces, holding grudges, and even passing knowledge down to other crows. Meaning, they don't just think. They teach. Now go back underwater, where intelligence takes a completely different form. Dolphins. They've been called the geniuses of the ocean, and for good reason. Dolphins recognize themselves in mirrors, something only a few species on Earth can do. They understand sequences, symbols, and commands, not just individually, but as structured instructions. In research settings, dolphins have responded to entire sentences. Not just reacting to sounds, but understanding meaning. They can even invent new behaviors when asked. Think about that. An animal, creating something new on command. And they don't just communicate with humans. They have their own complex system of clicks and whistles, so unique that some scientists believe dolphins have individual names for each other. This isn't just intelligence. It's awareness. And maybe even identity. But if you think that's impressive, wait until you see what happens on land. Chimpanzees. Our closest relatives in the animal kingdom. And it shows. Chimpanzees don't just react to the world, they plan within it. In experiments, chimps have been faced with problems that require multiple steps to solve. Food placed out of reach. Objects scattered around. Barriers in the way. Instead of guessing, they think. They stack boxes. They climb. They use tools. Step by step, like a human solving a puzzle. But here's where it gets wild. In memory tests, chimpanzees have outperformed humans. Numbers flash on a screen for a fraction of a second. Then disappear. Humans struggle to remember the order. Chimps? They tap them back perfectly. Faster than we can process. It's not just intelligence. It's a different kind of intelligence. Sharper in ways we didn't expect. But intelligence isn't always about speed or problem solving. Sometimes, it's about emotion. Elephants are among the most emotionally intelligent animals on Earth. They recognize themselves in mirrors. They remember individuals for years. And when one of their own dies, they don't just move on. They mourn. There are recorded moments of elephants gently touching the bones of lost companions, standing in silence, returning to the same spot again and again. And when one elephant is injured, others will stay behind to help it. Lifting it. Supporting it. Refusing to leave. That's not instinct. That's empathy. And it forces a question we don't like to ask. How many animals feel more than we assume? Finally, there's one animal that doesn't just understand the world, it understands us. Dogs. For thousands of years, dogs have evolved alongside humans. Not just physically, but mentally. Some dogs can learn over 1,000 words. They can identify objects by name, follow complex commands, and even interpret human emotions just by looking at our faces. They know when you're sad. They know when you're stressed. And sometimes, they react before you even realize it yourself. It's not just training. It's connection. A shared understanding between species. So now the question changes. What does it actually mean to be smart? Is it solving puzzles? Using tools? Communicating with language? Or feeling emotions and understanding others? Because intelligence doesn't look the same everywhere. It evolves differently. It adapts. And it exists in forms we're only starting to recognize. So maybe humans aren't the smartest creatures on Earth. Maybe we're just the ones who define what smart means. And maybe we've been underestimating the rest of the animal kingdom this entire time.